Good morning, dear participants. Welcome to day 3 of the 10-day upskilling program. Today's session focuses on how data is transformed into meaningful insights, not support smart and sustainable decision-making. We begin at 11:15 a.m. with the session on business intelligence, concepts, and architecture, where you will learn how modern organizations design intelligent systems for data-driven decisions. This will be followed by a session on data warehousing, ETL, and data quality management, where you will understand how data is collected, integrated, and maintained for reliable analysis. In the afternoon, from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., you will participate in a hands-on session on building ETL workflows using Power BI and using Talent, giving you practical exposure to real-world data engineering tools. It is a pleasure to introduce today's speaker. We are delighted to welcome Ms. Bindu Saimananta, teaching associate at Mahindra University. She holds an MTech degree and an MBA and is currently pursuing her PhD. Her expertise lies in business intelligence, data warehousing, ETL processes, and data quality management. She brings a strong academic experience in teaching modern data engineering and analytics technology and guiding learners through industry relevant tools and concepts. We are honored to have you with us today, ma'am, and we look forward to an engaging session. Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. Just for my knowledge, can you know which year you're all studying in second year? You're all from which department? So I'm Manasa, like she introduced. I'm an alumni of Pita. I got off mechanical engineering in 2021. Yes, so today's session is going to be all about data and how data is leading to decisions in this current world. I just want to check if you all already know something about data or how decisions are being made with data in current times. Any idea? All of you? Am I not audible? So we all know that data is driving the decisions in current world now. Yes, do you know how? Any idea? No? Yes or no? We didn't have breakfast. We'll talk all about it, how data is currently, leading to decisions in businesses and specifically in waste management concept that we have as the theme for the session. So we're also going to see how the government can take help of data and make decisions for particularly for the sustainability department. Yes. I don't know my. Voice is loud. Okay. Okay. Are you all here? Your minds are here? Shall we start? Yes. So, how many of you are from business families or your father is in the business or have you ever seen the data that in any business older handles? Yes? Okay. Anyone from business family, do you know how they get records? You see those records of the logbooks that you see in shops, right? Yes? What do you think it is helpful for? Huh? No idea? Is it for track of income or expenses? Is that it? Yes? Okay. So, you all go to Smart, D-Mart and all, right? Reliance Smart and all. What do they do there when you go to check out?
they scan, they scan the barcode, the amount comes in, the item, the name, the product code, all that comes in, right? So, just let me ask, how do the owner knows that the stock is going to be, empty, or what product got sold, or this is not there yet? How do the owner knows that? The data? That's what we are working on today, right? So the data is all in business. The data is all every little activity is considered a data in business. Yeah. So for example, I'll just show. I'll just give some random numbers. I want to work on it. So I'll say red. If you have pen paper, you can just start working on it. Just some random paper. Oh, I have a marker. All right, all right. I have a board. I have a board to concentrate here. Yeah, something. Do you see this data here? Do you see this data here? Just randomly give a story about some 2 points. Just tell me what you think, what comes to your mind if you see this data here. Say stories. Just say what comes to your mind. You can connect two data points. So these are data points, yes? These are different data. Just connect two different points and just tell me a story of what you think it is. Give a story here. There's some random point. No, no idea. There's some random point you. Just see 2 points. Just tell me what you think it is. Okay. 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 I'll give an example. I'm saying that a person with user ID this, his order is number 9. So this is my story. Can you create one more story? Someone, anyone? You got my point? Are you understanding what I'm saying? I'm saying a user with ID, the customer with user ID this. His order is number 9. Okay, it's okay. Okay, fine. I'm saying a person with the user ID this. His order ID is 9. He ordered a product with color red. The product weight is 98.6 kgs and the time is 7:28 p.m. Got my point? Yes, these are different data points that you see. So this is a random person who entered a smart shop or a smart Reliance store, a DMart store, and these are the data points that you get at the end of the when the person is leaving the store. Yes, am I clear to here? If I give data like this, are you able to make any decisions? No. Yes, why? There are so many discrepancies here. I have not mentioned what red means. I have not told that 98.6 is a weight or it's calculated in kgs or measured in kgs. I have just mentioned the user ID. I told it's an ordinary. I just gave random time. I didn't mention if it is today, if it was yesterday, or it was some data that I recorded 1 year ago or 2 years ago. Did I mention on that? No. So if this data is what you give, what I get in a business, this is going to be a problem for me because I can't make any decisions. I'll tell you why we need to make decisions or why. So, for example, when we take the concept of sustainability or waste management, so I think we all got this concept of what we are working on for this session. Yes. So if at all, as a commissioner who is taking care of the waste management in the city, if I get a report at the end of 1 year that this 960 tons of waste was not collected at all. The city's performance is very bad. Is what I get at the end of the year. Is it going to be of any help? Yes, no. You got what I'm saying? If at all, okay, for example, if you're a business owner, at the end of the year, you got a report that you are into losses, you have a loss or you have a debt of 10 lakhs. Is it going to be of any help to you? Say you have to pay 10 lakhs to the supplier who is giving you, grocery items. Is it of any help? No. Why? Because 1 year is already passed. You can't do anything about it now. Yes. What if every single day you have a report? What if the city commissioner has a dashboard or something that is happening live, where he can see a visual graph, where he can see the data of which ward that waste was not collected, why was it not collected, who is the driver of the the truck that you have to go to that ward? You getting my point? What if as a business owner you get every maybe every 15 days or every live data that what are the products that got sold today? What is the stock that I have got left in my pantry? Yes. What is the amount that I paid? What is the amount that I paid to the supplier? How much I got? What is the debt? If you get all this live every moment, it is not easy to make decisions. Just compare one decision that you make at the end of the year and every every single decision that you make for the next day or for the next moment based on live data. What is helpful? Which one is helpful among the two? Live data? Yes. Are you hearing here? Okay. So just tell in your layman language, what do you think when you see the word business intelligence? What do you think? I mean, what comes to your mind when you think of business intelligence? Whatever we discussed till now is called business intelligence. Just in a layman terms, I'm telling. So business intelligence is making decisions based on the data, so that every decision you make next in your business is proven by evidence. So you're not just saying that after 1 year, you're not saying that, or 520 tons of waste is not collected, or you have a debt of, you have a debt of 10 lakhs with the supplier, or this much amount of stock is left in the pantry. You're not telling all that. You're not giving one word statement or one standard statement, but you have evidence to prove it. You have evidence to back it. This is called business intelligence, and we'll go deeper. Yeah, so just for your, just to reiterate, BI is a systematic approach to convert raw operational data into meaningful information for decision making. Like I told, this that you get is raw data. Yes. So I'll tell you one more. So, if you are a business owner, you have different departments. You have finance department, you have HR. I'm talking in terms of corporate or software terminology, but also if you take um, a normal business like a kirana store or something, you'll get data from different things. For example, customer data you have, or you have data from your suppliers, or maybe your operation side of data. You'll have different data points, right? Different sources to get data. Am I right? Yeah. So for if talking about a software company, there are different departments. Yes. So the data that the person gets from different sources. Similarly, for a waste management or waste, that department, maybe they'll get data from the truck driver, they'll get data from the zonal head, they'll get data from different people. Yes. Do everybody use the same terminology? Or when you're talking or when you're chatting or something, do you all of you use the same words or same language? No. We don't use it, right? Everyone has their own way of communicating. So if at all, I as a commissioner, I'm getting data from different people. I get data like this. Are you able to differentiate? Everything is same. But one person says it's gently. One person says don't really in small, lowercase letters. one more person is telling in uppercase, don't read. The data that they give to you is in different formats. You are able to identify maybe, but this is not helpful for the system that takes all these data. Yes, because when you are working with the data, all these data must be manipulated so that it's uniform, so that it is easy for you to work with. That is why business architecture, like I told, it's to convert raw operational data to meaningful information for decision making. And then, yeah. So what are different things is when I talk about Power BI or when I talk about data visualization, we've seen now in many movies, right? Where a hero comes up, he opens the big screen, he looks at the charts, he explains what's happening or something like that. So when I tell about Power BI, people generally think it's all about dashboard. So you all know what dashboard is? Yes, that Power BI dashboard is integrated and interactive. That is, we'll see it when we work on the practical session, but just to let you know. So what happens is a general dashboard. It will have city data. It will have the donor data. It will have maybe every truck data. Everything it will have. So when you click on one part of it, all the other data, all the other reports get manipulated and integrated. So it's an interactive session. So when I click Hyderabad here, immediately the reports pop up where Hyderabad is highlighted and I can clearly see Hyderabad data. Getting my point? If it's not in detail, we'll talk it in the practical session. I'm just giving you a brief intro of how a dashboard looks like. So dashboard is generally a big screen where all the data is shown in visualization and in charts, in bars and graphs, so that it's easy for people to understand. Any doubts here? Yes, no, no. So what's happening? BI helps organizations understand what happened, where it happened, and why it happened. Right? What happened? What is the problem? Why did it happen? And where did it happen? And in waste management, BI connects collection, segregation, and processing the data to performance outcomes. BI ensures decisions are based on evidence rather than assumptions. Like I told, for every little thing, there is an evidence. You can back up with the proof that this is what happened and this decision is what I'm taking. Right? You can just look at the image. It's a structure of business intelligence. It improves the decision-making process, makes it easy to access and share information, enables real-time analysis with quick navigation, helps identity based in the system, reduces the risk of bottlenecks, and helps you know your business. So yeah, so like I told, why is BI necessary for sustainability? Because it helps in, so if we incorporate smart bins and smart bins are able to help people, the commissionerate or the department that works on waste management knows where there is overflow of waste or where there is improper operations. It's helpful for them to work on that problem immediately. So you can ask me what's the difference between, like I told, the difference between reporting and business intelligence. Like I told, I told you, right? What if after 1 year you get a report, and if you're getting live data reports, which one is better? The live data report is better because the next decision that you make is back to the evidence. And what are reports? Reports are generally, they are static summaries with limited exploration. They only tell you what happened, or they don't deep dive into what's the problem, where it happened, why it happened. That's the basic difference between a traditional reporting and a BI, business intelligence. So what's happening? General reporting or the report that you get at the end of the year is just telling what has happened. Okay, this is the loss that you got, or this is what has happened. This much waste is not collected, or something like that. But what a BI intelligence is doing is also telling where it happened. Okay, it happened in this particular colony. It happened during Sankranti festival. That is why maybe the workers did not go during that festival time. So it's also giving you the reason. It's giving you a very detailed explanation of why it happened. But what about the report? So I'll tell you one more thing. What happens in reporting is, so Hyderabad is filled with colonies and filled with different areas. Right? It's not just the core part. Hyderabad has so many sub parts. But what happens in reporting is, maybe you will have complaints that, in some locality, waste is not being collected for 15 days. Yeah, you're getting complaints from them. But when you look at the city report, it seems the waste management is very nice. This is what happens with reporting, because it's just looking at an Eagles overview, it's just looking from top. It's not deep diving that, okay, customers are complaining, they're not looking at that. They're just saying that, they're just looking, so 80% waste are collected, but 20% people are nothing. Yes, they don't look into that granular level. They just look from top and they say, okay, the waste management system in Hyderabad is very nice, because they're just looking from the top. They're not going deep dive. They're not seeing which colony. Are every colony the waste is collected? Are all the truck drivers on time? Are they delaying the collection? Are the trucks reaching the center point where they take all that waste to one point, right? Where they throw it out. So are the trucks coming on time? What is happening? Why is the truck late? All this is not considered in traditional reporting. But in business architecture, every little thing is, noted, recorded, and that data is helpful for making decisions. Yes. And yeah, so BI dashboards are interactive and support drill down. Drill down is what I'm calling about. You're not just saying from a Eagles point of view, you're saying you're going deep dive. You're saying this particular problem is why I'm facing a problem. This particular place is why I'm facing a problem. Yes. And report answers what happened, while BI answers why and when. BI ensures consistent KPI definitions across users. Like I told, so see, these are three are telling a different same. They all mean the same, but they are recorded differently. Yes. So similarly, KPIs. You all know the definition of KPIs. Key performance indicators, or they are the measure to find out the performance of. This is used everywhere. Even for us, we can have KPIs. What about when for a student? What are the KPIs? For a teacher, what are the KPIs? Key performance indicators. What are those indicators that are letting you know how the performance of that particular thing is? So KPIs for waste management maybe. For an example, that number of weight, or the weight tons of kg collected per day. By maybe the number of trucks or something like that. I'm just giving an example. I'm saying that for me, a key performance indicator that waste is getting collected, the city is perfect, it's very clean. I'm saying that I'm measuring it with the weight of the waste that is collected. Am I clear? Did you understand what I'm telling? I'm saying to measure cities, if it's clean or not. I'm just saying if Hyderabad is clean or not, I'm measuring it by saying weight of the waste collected per day by number of trucks. It's not a correct measure. I'm just giving an example. I'm measuring it with my own knowledge. But maybe someone who is more intelligent than me, he comes and says some other measure. He says, no, we can't measure the city's performance by the number of waste collected. We can say that the less number of waste that we collect is more, cleaner the city is, because people are not making any waste. You get my point? There are two ideologies here. I'm saying the number of waste, how much amount of waste I collect is equal to the higher the city is cleaner. See, just listen. I'm telling the total weight of the waste collected by the number of trucks is a key performance indicator to tell that Hyderabad is clean. This is what I'm telling. Other person comes, he tells, no, this is not how we calculate performance indicator for waste. I'm saying the less the weight of waste collected, more the city is clean. But I'm saying if total weight is high, Because the more amount of waste you collect, the more city will be cleaner, right? That's what I'm telling. But some other person says, no, that's not how we calculate. If the waste created itself, that means people are not even making any waste. They are being very sustainable. They are using steel tapas. They are not using any plastic. That is how he's calculating that Hyderabad is cleaner. Did you get the difference? That person is saying people are not going to take away the foil boxes. They're not using plastic at all. They are taking steel tapas to shop also. They are using glass plates. They are using ceramic plates. They're not using any waste. What do you say? One-time usable product. That is what color consistent. Maybe the meaning or the intention of both of us is same, but the way we are measuring the city penal, indicators is different. You get my point? Two different ideologies are brought into the system. What happens here? There is a clash. We both will argue, yes. But when you're bringing it into a live dashboard, you have to make sure that both of your ideologies are at the same level. You both argue, you both fight, whatever you do, but you come into the same level. You decide what the key performance indicator is perfect. You don't say, because different people, different ideologies, different ways of looking at the same thing. So when I'm talking here, you all, maybe few of you understood, few of you not. You have not understood, few of you feel what she is telling you. It's not going to make sense. Different people, different ideologies. So what will happen then? I have to make sure that everybody of you are on the same line. Yes? Same happens when you're working with data. Because maybe one of you recorded 98.6 when I told. Maybe some of you thought it's a temperature. Yes? Some of you will think it's a kg. Some of you will think it's some random, it's in centimeters. Right? So different measurements for the same number. How is it going to work? It's not going to work. You want business intelligence to work. The data must be, brought into the same level. It must be brought into something that is acceptable by all who work with the data. Clear now? Yes. So what's the basic difference between BI versus analytics versus AI? So BI focuses on descriptive and diagnostic understanding. Analytics explore the patterns and the root causes. AI focuses on prediction and automation. BI provides the trusted data foundation for analytics and AI because BI advanced models. Yeah. So whatever we are working on with AI today, it's all based on the data that we provide to it. Yes. Whatever you give, it gives back because it works with that data. Are you busy with something else? So what's happening is you need some break.
No. No break.
No.
Yes, no breaking.
All right. So what is happening with what is that difference between BI and analytics and AI is AI works or gives results based on the data that you get. Yes. And BI works like I told you, it gives a detailed explanation why it happened, what happened. They give a predict what is that descriptive and diagnostic understanding. Diagnosis, you know the meaning of diagnosis, right? Diagnosis, yes. Yes, no. Yes. So when you, it's a simple word. When you go to hospital, he diagnoses what's wrong with you. Yes, he gives a report. Diagnosis is understanding the root cause, understanding what happened, what's the problem with that data. So when I tell that this business is in loss for the last 5 years, what business intelligence is doing, it takes out the data from the past 5 years. It will see where did you invest more, where did you go into losses, why are your expenses so high. So from the past 5 years data, it will do analysis and it will give you the diagnosis that you are investing in something that is not giving you any profits, but you are investing in something, it's not giving you any results, but you're still trusting that path and you're investing. You got my point? Any doubts? So what's happening in diagnosis is, if you are bringing in some product, maybe from Cadbury, that product is not being sold at all, but still you are investing in that. That is what the data says. It says this product is not being sold at all. From the past 3 years, it's in your pantry, but still you are buying the new stock and keeping it. Nobody is buying that. Please stop investing in that product. That is what business intelligence is. And analytics, it explores the patterns and root causes. So you all understand the concept patterns, right? Patterns, you understand the concept? What pattern is? Patterns is basically, if at all you have a graph and you take out the past, this a graph of even your semester marks, that also is a pattern. Connect your marks from your first semester or maybe from your 10th, you put it all in a graph. You can see if you're going high in your knowledge or if you're going to falling short of, if you're not doing performing well in your academics. All those patterns that you get in graph, yes. So analytics helps you explore that. And AI focuses on prediction and automation. BI provides the trust. Yeah. So what is happening? BI is business intelligence is helping you. It's helping you as a base point for analytics and AI. So decision intelligence is a simple concept. So you all have the data. The system is doing the analysis, but it is you as a human who with your intelligence who has to work on making the final decision. Yes. So just because the data says that don't invest in this particular product because it's giving you losses, you just can't ignore it. You just can't be a sheep, listen to it, and just work on it. Yes. You will also have to put in your brain into it. You also have to see why is that it is saying that don't invest in this product. You should use your intelligence and then make the final call. Understood? So decision intelligence, it integrates BI, analytics, and human judgment. It focuses on linking insights to actions. So insights are that data. I mean, insights are those results that you get from analysis, and you have to convert them into actions. Because the data is saying that in this particular finance department is not working well in your company, you take that when you take that insight, you also work on, right? You're saying the data is saying that this particular person he has not worked properly for the past 2 years in your company, and you take that insight and maybe you'll work towards tutoring him better, or you talk to him and you'll ask what's the problem, why is this work not getting done, and maybe you will send him into some training sessions. Get my point? So just because data is giving you some insights, you just don't leave it there. You also bring it into actions. BI provides factual grounding for decisions. Like I told, it gives direct facts. It's not hallucinations because it's backed with data. And decision intelligence emphasizes on feedback and learning loops. You all understand this concept, right? Feedback and learning loops. That means when the data is giving you some insights, you work on it, and you again the results that you get from taking that decision, again that's sent back to the data. Data again does analysis, and then again it's a loop. When I say loop, yeah. So when I say loop, data is giving you some insights. You understand by now what insights are, at least? Yes? So when you get some insights, you work on it. So like I told, if a person is not performing well, you take that person to some tutorials, you ask him to go through some courses. Again, you measure the results that he has done after taking the training sessions, and then again that data is analyzed. That data will tell you that whether the decision that you take before is working or not. Trial and error method. Clear? Any doubts? Even if you not understand anything, you can speak. It's okay. Not a problem. So BI is the measurement engine of decision intelligence. So this is the business intelligence architecture. This is an overview. This is how it is. Like so the data is sourced from different sources. Like I told you before, right? So if at all the waste management data I'm collecting, guys, at the back. So if I'm sourcing the data from different departments, for a software company, the data is back from HR department, the finance department, or some even for a college, right? The admissions team works on, the finance team works, the HR team works. So for every little organization, there are different teams that collaboratively work. So the data that you get is also from different sources. Yes, and data is sourced in different formats. Some gives in Excel, some gives in some, CSV data file, they give, some give in different formats. So that is where the data sources are coming into the system. And yes, so that comes into warehouse and the analysis is done. We'll talk about each layer in that, but this is a basic BI architecture. It defines how data flows from source systems to decision makers. So here, yeah, so this is the final output that you get. So this is the data that you get. This is a dashboard. This is a Power BI dashboard. And it ensures scalability, reliability, and governance. Architecture separates ingestion, storage, modeling, and visualization. Each layer has a specific role and in ensuring the data quality. And good architecture prevents confusion and errors. We got in depth into each layer. So I'm just giving some examples of what are the different types of data sources in waste management. So because particularly we are talking about this concept of waste management, these are few data sources that you might find. Vehicle trip logs, we got operational activity. What are vehicle trip logs? You understand what are the vehicle trip logs? So where is the center that the vehicles all take the waste and come into that one center point, right? So there will be a log where they calculate how many vehicles went today, at what time did they depart from this place, at what time did they come back. Yes. And the second one is the weighbridge system. So when they go with empty truck. When they come, they bring the waste. So they also do the weighing of it. Yes, how much waste this particular truck brought. Weighbridge data is there. And citizen complaint systems, they capture the service feedback. So if, like I told you, there are people whose waste is not collected and they give complaints, all the complaints are registered in one service book. And the GPS systems, they track the routes and the distances. So what is the GPS system is doing? It's giving where is the truck going, what is the route it is following, is it covering is it covering the whole colony in that particular trip? All these data is calculated in the